As the sun begins to set on 2021 and we get ready to step into the dawn of a new year, 2022, we look back at some stories and events that marked 2021 and how some of them affected our lives. Now, these are some news stories and current affairs that occurred in the UK, the US, Africa, and around the world. In the turn of the year 2021, the best news perhaps was about the COVID-19 vaccines and how they can possibly put the pandemic in the shadows. Those hopes were apparently tested as new variants of the virus emerged, raising questions over whether the vaccines will be effective against the new variants. First it was Alpha, then Delta, and now Omicron. Imagine the things we take for granted not living in a country that is in a war situation. Talking about how complicated this war is, do you see an end to it?
I do, but only if the foreign intervention ends.
Now, Moam is just one of the thousands of civilian casualties from the war in Yemen. So the question is, how did Yemen get here? Think about it. What makes 2020 a year to remember or not? This is a random selection of events that occurred in the UK, the US, and around the world. It must begin with the devastation of the deadly coronavirus. With over 76,000 coronavirus deaths in England and Wales, the stats are frightening to many, and the stay-at-home message has become some of the government's strongest words the third time around. This lockdown is not as strict as the former back in April, with colleges and universities still open and restaurants allowed to do takeaways, but there is a sense that the situation might become lethargic. How much does a packet of cigarettes cost in the UK? Well, according to Price Checker, the average cost of a pack of 20 sticks in 2019 cost around £10. That's more than the adult minimum wage in the country. Over 2,600 international students from 130 countries. Bournemouth University continues to go strong. The NHS has reported the death of 2 elderly people, bringing the total number of deaths from coronavirus infection to 8. That's according to official figures. Nearly 39,000 people have died after testing positive to COVID-19 in the UK. This is downtown Manhattan, where tragedy broke Tuesday when a 29-year-old man ran down people on the bikeway, leaving at least 8 persons dead and at least 11 injured in what has been termed as a terror attack, the first since 9/11. And the World Trade Center is just a little bit to my right. And this particular incident, of course, is a sad reminder